Later in this episode of Sailing Vessel MiG.
It's been 9 days we've been sitting here under our sea anchor. What'd you say?
Sounds crazy.
What are we doing right here? What is that crazy thing that I'm putting in the water? Well, stay tuned towards the end to find out. Thanks for coming, and I hope you enjoy this episode. This was a very frustrating 10 days or so for us. We sat here at this little spot on the planet. Well, actually, we kind of drifted around in about a 10-mile area back and forth for over a week as we waited out this gale that was going to pass in front of us. We knew we were going to catch some of it. The tail end of it was still going to hit us, and it wasn't going to be pleasant either. But there's a big difference between 12-foot seas and 30-knot winds and 40 and 50-knot winds and 25-foot seas, which is what we would have hit if we'd have kept sailing. So here we sat for a week, and we did some little boat projects, and we went from days like you just saw in that video of just flat calm to days like this where it just rolled all day long and it wasn't very comfortable. It was kind of like being anchored out in a really rolly, bad anchorage all day long. It was worse than sailing, because when you're sailing you can kind of anticipate the motion a little bit. I guess it was a little like being directly downwind sailing. It was sort of like that. Very rough, very uncomfortable. Not an enjoyable experience, that's for sure. And mentally it really gets to you, because you are, the entire time you're thinking that you could be moving towards your destination, and every day that you sit there is another day added on to your voyage. So this trip, which should have been about 30 days, I was figuring 40 days, is now going to be about 50 days because of all of this.
Hey Emily, what are you doing?
I'm starting another crafting project.
What's that terrible sound?
That's the generator. You don't like it?
I don't like it.
Oh, that's bad.
It's the first time we've run it in
Oh,
2 weeks almost, right?
yeah. This now, I think.
Time in 2.5 weeks.
Huh?
Second time in 2.5 weeks.
That's not bad.
Not for us.
I can live with that.
You're making a passage, dude, so it's the way to go.
We're just charging up the 48 volt bank.
Yeah.
What are you doing, Emily?
Trying to thread a needle.
What's that called when you do that thing you're making?
This is embroidery.
Needle point or something?
Yeah, that's it.
Embroidery. Alright,
Yeah.
here you go. This is our view. So today is laundry day. We're still sitting here waiting for the storm to pass in front of us. So we're sitting at sea anchor for what, the 5th day?
7th day.
This is 7 today.
Losing track of how long.
And we're gonna be here till Thursday, looks like. So today's laundry day. So I'm doing my laundry, then Beck or Ems will do her laundry, and then maybe Norman will do some laundry. I don't know. Are you gonna do some laundry today?
If there's water left, I will.
There's water. We can make it. So the way we do this is we wash everything in seawater first, and then we rinse it by taking it and putting it in this bag right here and throwing it overboard for a while, and it just goes up and down with the boat and rinses out. And then you take that out and you put it in here with fresh water, and which is where I'm at now with these ones. And this is the freshwater rinse, and you just rinse it and wring it out. And if we had a fancy wringer, you know, it would really help. Norman had a really fancy wringer. If you haven't caught that video, go back to the Evie May videos, and we talk a lot about his stainless steel amazing ringer. And it's days like this that you wish you had the high-powered Norman stainless steel ringer. What? And the big water maker. Norman has the Rain Man water maker. We wouldn't have to use any seawater. That really would be nice. Just run the generator for an hour and it'd give us enough water to wash all of our laundry in fresh water. But we've got enough to rinse it with my water maker. So there we go. So that's done. And now I just hang them up like that, all around the boat. I don't have any clothespins.
I'm gonna buy him some clothespins when we get to Hawaii.
Another thing I forgot. So today I've been making some videos. I've finished 2 videos for the Hawaii videos, and I'm gonna try in the next few days to finish a couple of videos a day, at least one a day, so that while we're sitting here, we're doing something. It's really hard though, like today's a nice day and it's still pretty rolly, but yesterday we couldn't do anything but lay around and hold on because it was so rough.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to be pretty calm tomorrow as well, and then Monday the gale passes over us. We just get the edge of it, but it's going to be pretty rough Monday at sea anchor as well. And then Tuesday and Wednesday as well, the storm just moves through, and then we can sail on Thursday. And apparently we have good easterly winds blowing us west toward Hawaii for at least a week after that. So we're gonna like put all sail up and haul butt trying to make up these days. So there you have it. That's what's going on MIG today. Thanks for watching. Hi everybody. It is what, the 5th?
Yes.
I think it's the 5th of
Monday, February 5.
Yeah, Monday the 5th. It's been 9 days we've been sitting here under our sea anchor. What'd you say?
Sounds crazy.
It is crazy.
Just sitting here.
And yeah, we're today's the day that the storm is blowing through. We're catching the edge of it. Still going to be blowing 25, gusting to 30, which that isn't that bad. The seas are going to be 12 footers plus a little maybe. So we added another 175 feet of road out, which you should see in this video because we filmed it. And so that should help with the shock absorption a little bit. We're expecting what? What did they say time-wise for this?
Time-wise, starts this evening and then goes, the peak is on Wednesday, I believe, and then things start laying down and maybe we can get out of here sometime Thursday.
Richard, our weather buddy, he thought that we could probably get underway on Wednesday if we wanted to, but the problem is the direction of the wind at that point, we would have to be going south, and he doesn't want us to gain any more south. He wants us to start getting north and northwest. So and he says we've got some good winds next week to really press on sail and make our way toward Hawaii finally. Emily, what do you think of that? Finally getting on toward Hawaii.
Yeah, sounds like a good plan to me. I'm ready.
You
to get under sail again.
You've been off work a while.
Yeah. Thank you, boss.
What do we eat today, guys?
Ooh.
Pound cake.
Yeah.
Pound cake.
I don't remember what they're supposed to be, but it ended up a pound cake.
Pretty good.
I was trying to make Dutch baby pancakes, which is a really eggy pancake that you bake in an oven, and it's really fluffy. But this turned into pound cake, really sweet pound cake. But it was good, sweet nutmeggy, cinnamony pound cake, and so.
Really stick to your ribs, then.
Yeah. I could do them. I could do them without sweetness, and we could dip them in like soup and stuff. It was good. It was good. It was just
wasn't a Dutch baby.
Yeah, it wasn't a pancake. So I think Norman was looking forward to something that it wasn't, but it's all right. It was good. Yeah, it took a while to make. We boiled some eggs, and we've got a lot of nuts and stuff. I'm not planning on turning the stove on at all, even to make coffee. Probably we're going to drink some Red Bulls and stuff for our caffeine in the morning. Because, well, for one reason, we have to keep the boat closed up. And, man, you heat up that stove down there, the hole down there, it gets of 100 degrees. So, and then it's also just difficult to cook when it gets really rough. So
I had a little shower this morning already.
Yeah, rained
A little bit.
and
more.
we can really see I'll show you the darkness ahead, and you can see what we're seeing. Look over there. It is dark. Yeah, it looks ominous, and that's what's coming toward us. That'll be our next trip. We'll be from Hawaii to American Samoa, unless my buddy Norman decides he doesn't want to sail around the world after this, in which case
I'm about half packed already.
in which case this voyage will just be another trip from Hawaii to Washington State. And then I'll just have to take this boat to the Bahamas, I guess, and no more circumnavigation, because I'm not doing this alone. So it's all in his hands.
No pressure, Norman.
No pressure.
No pressure, because honestly, if I don't want him coming along under pressure, and it'd be okay. My wife would be happy with that, and I'd be sad that I didn't complete a circumnavigation, but we'd have some good videos of the Bahamas and Heavy meeting Mig. We haven't discussed this at all, so we're still planning on sailing around the world. But
We're going around the world.
but if he wimps out,
I ain't no wimp. I ain't afraid. I ain't scared of nothing. I'm going.
careful.
All the way around the world.
Don't say I ain't scared of nothing right before a storm hits us.
Yeah, fair enough.
That's bad juju.
Put the bad booga hooga out there.
All right, well, we'll see you guys later.
All right.
We'll pick this thing up occasionally during the storm, so you guys get a little bit of view of what's happening here on Mig at sea anchor in a gale.
Yep.
You've seen Mig offshore dragging drogues downwind in a gale, and yeah, warps. We didn't have a drogue on. Hey, by the way, look at that beard. It's happening pretty good, huh? All right, see y'all later.
All right.
So we've decided the Paratech, when they recommend like 300 feet of road for this sea anchor, and we only had about 200 width, and then we were also doing the bridle thing, which brings it even shorter. So we decided to add our extra line. We've got about 135 feet, I think this is, and so we're attaching it to the road that we already have attached to the sea anchor, which will give us more road. And the reason we're doing it is once that gets out there and the wind really starts blowing, it's kind of like when you're anchored with chain and whatnot. Only in this case, it's more about shock absorption. If we have 12-foot waves coming, that shock absorption of the extra line to the Paratech sea anchor is good. Plus, it allows us to have the sea anchor farther out when we turn the boat, and it gives a wider area that the boat's sliding through for a slick for the waves to break on. And we're not positive that this boat is going to heave to well enough with no sails up to create that slick, but we're going to try. So the way I'm doing this is I've got my road that the sea anchor is attached to, and we ran some chafe gear fire hose through there, and I made this loop with a bowline with a bite on it, and then I'm going to do the same thing here with this one, so that there's no rope on rope at all. So I'm just going to do a bowline on a bite here as well. So I got my bowline. Then I do a couple of half hitches after that as well. So even though that'll be super tight, it's not going to go anywhere. It won't chafe. This shouldn't chafe. And now, probably the hardest part about this is going to be getting this through. Let's give it a try here. And then we are going to put chafe gear over the line where it comes through as well. We'll show you that in a minute. Up.
Not bad at all, not bad at all.
There we go.
Yep.
What it looks like. I think that should work pretty good. I don't think we'll lose anything.
Neither.
And we've got a long piece of fire hose we're going to put all the way from here up over and past the anchor there. And this stuff will,
Right here.
yeah, this stuff will cut on that anchor.
Yeah.
And we don't really know which way we're going to be sitting yet.
Okay, here we've got our extra long piece of fire hose on the blue line. It'll be tied off up there on the house. Get where the anchor is. Hopper's laying around now. All that goes through there for all the safe protection on the road we can get.
I think we need to keep that long one long.
Yeah.
Wow, it's over. I think that's pretty good. Can't imagine it. Need more than that, do you?
Nah, I don't think, brother. I think that's pretty good. Does it go down in front of that anchor?
Yeah, let's let a little bit more out.
Yeah.
Just a bit.
Yeah.
About right there.
Yeah. That's good.
I may need something to poke this through.
I drilled a half-inch hole there. Biggest drill bit I had. But it made it all fuzzy, so
There it is.
got a little bitty line to our fire hose so it don't go sliding out or coming in. Let it stay pretty much where it's at.
Okay, so now we're going to bring the whole thing in to where we want to attach our bridle line.
All right.
So this is all set up. Now we're just going to bring the whole fucking thing in here.
Yeah.
All right. I'm just kind of guessing, I guess, huh?
Uh-huh. Put it out there and then we'll
I guess we can
go
redo
accordingly.
it. It's not quite right.
Yeah.
What do we call that? Spot. All right, where's the end of this guy?
It'll be up there somewhere.
Okay. we go.
Now we let it all back up.
Oh, wait a second. No, we won't. Because
It's got to
we
come
don't.
up through there.
This has got to be on the outside. This has to be on the outside. So
Yeah.
I've got to go through the hole. It'd be easier to do.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, it's probably easier to untie it and wrestle that over.
Yeah.
Outside of everything, so when we pull it back up through the anchor, then everything goes out through the anchor, not over the top of anything. There we go. That's when you're tying your anchor snubber, you gotta do the same thing. Technically, that's what we are. It's just an anchor, sea anchor, though, not a ground anchor.
Now I'm all confused which way it's going to be pulling. It doesn't matter though, I don't think. Shouldn't make a difference. Okay. Now let's let it out.
The sun popped out for a second. Almost looking at clouds out here today, everybody. Got a big
We
rain,
know why.
Big rainstorm over there.
Let's forget about it. You want to turn that off?
Okay, so here's what rope we have coiled up from part of our bridle, and we have it all the way out. See, going out there, and it is attached to the blue line that we have attached to the sea anchor out there, and we've kind of got us quartered or so off of the waves. And when it gets real bad, we'll be able to adjust accordingly. Whether we need to go more side onto the waves or more into them, we'll just play it by ear and go from there. So, anyway, it's about 300 feet out there or so. I don't know if you can see it now. No, you can't. It's out there. So now we just wait. Signing out. Adios.
Stay tuned next time on Sailing Vessel MiG. We ride out that gale and finally can start to think about moving on. And Norm goes a little bit crazy in his aft cabin.
Hey everybody, just a little update from back here in Norm's Presidential Library and Massage Parlor. I got that from Rush Limbaugh talking about Bill Clinton. That shit's funny right there. Library and Massage Parlor, that's funny. Anyway, there's the water, there's this guy, there's the water.
And we finally pull in that sea anchor so that we can set sail again. And boy, was that a task. It took a long time.
This feeling moves me every single day. I'm captured by your charm.